So we'll write the first C program, and till now we have discussed about the variables, the constants, the keywords now. And now we will combine all these in order to make our first program. The first program is always what we call as hello world program. But because we have discussed about that hello world, we'll write some other, we'll just add all these components just to make it a little more interesting. So before we actually write the first C program, we need to remember certain thing, that each instruction in C program is written as a separate statement. So complete C program is nothing but the combination or the series of statements. Then the statement in the program, it must appear in same order in which you want to execute. You cannot have this here and this here if you want to execute, don't want to execute like that. And the blank spaces, they may be inserted between two words just in order to improve the readability of the statement, as we'll do in the program. And no blank spaces, they are allowed in or within a variable, a constant or a keyword. And then all statements we will enter in small case letters. C actually has no specific rule for the position at which the statement is to be written, but we'll try to do it in a free form. And this is very important, every C statement must end with a semicolon. Semicolon, this acts as a statement terminator. So this is our first program. Let me write this first program, and then we will talk about all those aspects which is related to this. This is a bit more than the hello world program, but we'll discuss about this. So for what we have to do here is, first of all, let me take you to the code blocks. We'll write our program in the code blocks. So let us say code blocks, and I have already discussed about how to download code blocks, and we'll make our first program. This code blocks is a very powerful IDE. This is an open source cross-platform IDE. The version I'm using is this one, but you can, when you will be downloading, you may be using any of the version, maybe a later version or the latest version you want. So let us create a new project here. We have to create a new project, and then we'll go to the console of application. Let us say go. Skip this for page next time, next, and we'll make a selection C. Let us write some project title, say my project. Then we have to select a folder in which you want to put a file, that C file. So we have I already have made a this one folder on my desktop, so I'll be using that. And these two you don't have to touch, this will come by them itself. Don't touch these also. Say finish. When you say finish, and this in the left pane or left part, you'll see that this is the project we have given, and you automatically have this main.c, which is showing you hello world. And these are all the logs and others will come when you run. If there is any problem, that will come here in this region. Let me close it just to give you a better look of this. This is simply a hello world program. First, let me check whether this program is working or not. So I'll just build and run, and I'll see whether the result is coming or not. See, this result is coming. If the result is not coming, you just have to go to the compiler, because it has to, your code blocks has to find the GNU GCC compiler. So just say reset defaults and it will come. Now, let me just, in the editor, let me increase the size also, because when I'm writing something, you should be able to see what is happening. So let me choose say I'm taking the font size as 20. Okay, no problem. This is it. So this is it. This is hello world program. Let me run it again for you, so that this is how you have to make. You have to do #include stdio.h. You can skip this also by right now. This file has already come. I have not done anything. This has already come because of the you can say a basic skeleton program is there. And this main function, this is a main function. This main function is represented, or how do you know this is a main function? By the braces. By the braces which are following, not braces but the parentheses, sorry. So these are the parentheses. After that we have brace. So these are the braces. So the program execution or program control will start from main, go into this brace and end with this brace. So whatever you write inside these are the instructions which will be executed. See, every instruction is having a semicolon in the end. So every execution will be done, or every statement will be having a semicolon in order for the compiler to work on it. Then since this main is returning something, we have to return something. Return 0, don't worry about that. We'll be discussing this returning and function returning. All this we'll be talking about. Just see that because we are in code block, these two are very important, and these two are in blue because these are keywords. These are nothing but keywords. So what this printf is doing? Printf is actually showing you some value on the console. Console is what? Console is your screen. So when I say hello, first program, first C, we'll take it as first C. So if I take it as first C, then what you see, first C, and if I just compile and run, you have to save. This is star. See, if you can see star, if I do Control S, then this will be saved. Otherwise, this will not be saved, and if you run it again, it will give you the previous compiled version. So you have to save, then you do build and run, and you'll be able to see the hello first. See, if you are able to see hello first, this is hello first. Okay, now let us write our program, what we have been discussing about. This is simply the program of computing the simple interest. So let us start with the basic thing, which is the comment. Comment will be excluded. It will be ignored by the compiler, but it increases the readability of the C program. So let us start here. Just say star slash and then star slash and star, ended with star and slash. And whatever you write inside, this will be treated as a comment. So this is, say, my first program, like this. I'm writing it short, you can just expand it. My first program you can write, and then you can start up, and these are the header files you have to include. This is very important. After that, let us go to the main, and inside this we'll be using the principal, the time, and all those. What you are going to see, first of all, we have to declare the variables. So I'll be writing some variables. The first variable will be, say, integer type, this p, principal value. Then we can have say t, time, and then we will have some float values. These will take values with point, decimal. So take r as the rate of interest and si as the simple interest. Okay, this is done. Now give some values to this p, n, and r. Give some values. So let us initialize it, p with, say, 2000, and r with some or time with some, say, 3 years, and then we say this p and t is over. Now rate of interest as say 9%. Okay. Now see, there are certain things which I will tell you because the result will show you whether you are doing it correctly or not. Then we'll simply use the formula. We'll use this comment again. We'll use the comment again. Let's take the comment again. Here. Now I'll just write this is simple in SI, simple interest computation, or you can say formula. What the formula is, simply simple interest would be P into R into T. So for into you have to use this star, P into R into T, and by 100. The best way is, and end with semicolon. Best way is to take them inside a parenthesis, just in order to for any precedence of the operators, we can use this. So simple interest will come. Let us show the simple interest now. So we have to put it in printf. So what is the syntax of printf? Because SI is nothing but a float. So you have to use a float here. You have to use a float here. So %f, this is the data type, or you can say for the %f is for the data type float. And now here what you want to print, you have to print the simple interest. So just write simple interest. So simple interest will be printed. And let us make it more interactive so that we can write here SI is equal to this percent, right? This is our basic program. We are just computing the simple interest, and we can also take the value from the user. We can also take the value from the user. How? Let me just run it for you. First of all, I'm just running because I want to see if I have committed any or place some error is there, so we can just find out. So this is star, so you have to compile Control S just in order to save, build and run. Okay, so see, this has come. If you are able to see 540 point something, this is the value. Let me do a mistake now. I'm trying to print the SI, simple interest, but this is my integer. So what will be the result? Control S, let us run it again. You see, when I run it again, I get SI as 0. This is the, I've shown you, this has to be %f because this has been defined as a float. It will take some decimal value. If I replace any of these, say if 2000, make it as 8000. Control S, again run it again, you will get a different value. You'll get a different value, SI equal to 0, and you have to just do it as F. Control S, again run, you'll get a proper value now. So this is 2160 point something. So this is how you get the result. This is our basic program. Here we have used various aspects, and I'll be discussing this in our continued discussion. So this was our basic program, and we have started with the comment. So comment is, it can be represented or can be given as in between these slash star slash, and this is a multi-line. If you want to give multi-line, you have to use this because we have a compiler which supports C++ also. You can use 2 slash in order to write a one line comments. These are not necessary, but it will just increase the readability of the program, and any number of comments can be written, but more comment will give you more readability. But just don't give so many comments that the program will be only having comments more rather than actually having the executable statements. Like this, if P and R by 100 or P and R, this is actually T we have taken. So P into N into R by 100, if somebody sees that, how he'll be knowing that it is simple interest? So this comment will do. This comment is very important. This will be actually ignored by the compiler, but for us as a programmer, and you will give program to someone else also, when he will read, when he sees that, he'll be able to understand what you are trying to do. So this is you can write anything inside this because this is simple English. Don't nest the comments. A nesting of comments means comment inside comment. This is invalid in C. And if you want to have a multi-line, as I just suggested you, this is a multi-line. This is a multi-line comment. You can write any number of lines with enter and spaces and tab. This main, which is actually a collective name of set of statements, and this main is actually everything. And this main is a function, and function is known by these two brackets, round brackets, and the statements which are written, these are written inside these braces. So we are actually taking this main. We'll be discussing about these functions in the later discussions. These are the variables. Now these are the variables which will be taking several values or varying values in your program, and this has to have certain type because memory has to know which kind of value you are going to put in. So for the C statement, you always end with a semicolon, and what we have used here, this star and this divide, is nothing. They are nothing but the arithmetic operator. So we have used arithmetic operators. There are various arithmetic operators. We don't have exponentiation, but we'll see about that. Then we come to printf. This was very important because we want to show things on the console or on the output. The general form of printf is like this. You have print, then format string where we used %f if you remember, and this was where we use SI. So this is the format string, and these are the list of variables. Any number of string, format string, any number of variables you can put. Any number of variable you can put. There is no restriction. For any real values or floating point values, you will use %f. For any integral values, you will use %d. For any character values, you will use %c. So this has to be very clear because if you use say %f for integer, the value will be indifferent. in these case you have to see the compatibility should be there. So these are different types of printf. You can print like this. You can print all these, like this is %d, this is %d, %f, depending upon what you have declared. And you can also write inside this simple interest as we have written in the program. You can write this also if you want to do it in the second line. You want print to come in print, then you have to show the rate in the second line. For that you can place this /n. So this /n is nothing but the new line character. This is how it will be shown. This /n, /t, all these are special characters which are the you can say blank spaces which it will give, blank or white spaces you can say. But we'll be discussing about all these also in detail. So now one more thing is that you can also give expression inside your printf. This is %d3. This is okay, you have learned. But this %d, what it is going to show? It is going to show you 3 plus 2, that is 5. So expression can also be given in the printf. Like this a plus b into c minus d. All the values will come here. First this will be computed and then it will be given to %d. See, there is a Bodmer's rule in or the operator precedence rule in C also. First this will be done, then this, then this.